Hello, this is Keith Lamont working on AI War 2. Coming back to take care of one other thing on the list about moving that stat display away from the bottom onto the sidebar in some kind of way that moves us toward a final UI. Let's go ahead and show you what I mean. Partly because I don't remember precisely how the sidebar is laid out. I think it's just the icons. I don't think there's any text really for me to build with. But yeah, we need to check on that. So, yeah. Yeah, so there's this text up here. So I guess I could put the enemy ship data here and the player ship data here. I'm not sure if it will be that easy. But hey, we can give it a shot. So, sidebar. Sidebar is just an image button set, so it's not. It doesn't have support for just putting text in the middle of wherever. And it's just that one button set, so yeah, it's not going to be easy to incorporate that text, but it's something I want to try to do, because it will be very helpful. It'd be very helpful to know how to do it anyway. I don't know how helpful it'll actually be to have that text moved. We'll find out. Okay, so make it the same width as the sidebar. No, that's not quite what I want. I don't want an X at all, actually. The same width as the sidebar. I'm going to have to position this in code. So GLE summary. And then T player summary. And I mean, I could actually just create those objects in code completely. I don't really have to define them in XML, but I think it would be a good idea. So let's go over here and find the load header. I wonder. I think I defined that originally because this Badger rewrote the load screen. I'm wondering how much of this code that I'm copying is mine. How much of it is Badger's. Let's put this above the. Alright, so enemy summary. And just for the sake of completeness, so it will run if I test it. Let's put the player summary in here. And before we worry about the text, let's work on the positioning. So buffer add test enemy summary and test allies. That's what it comes out to, or no player actually. All right, so yes, theoretically there's a third group for ally. We'll see how that works out. So. What we need to do is, when it's computing the outline, the sidebar, it needs to set the Y offset of these labels. So full placed player label false, placed enemy label false. Actually, the enemy label comes first. Nothing matters really. When I declare the fields, but it seems more reasonable. So here's where we're actually determining the position. So if group side is enemy, and I have not placed an enemy label, I want the enemy summary I guess I need an instance here. Static instance equals public I just need to establish a way of referencing the button. And there's only going to be we're referencing the label, and there's only going to be the one, so I can use the singleton pattern. So instance element alignment y element offset is equal to y minus the element alignment height. The element height, yeah. Okay. I guess this isn't like the window where I'd moved height and width to the subcontainer and didn't use the old ones anymore. Well, the element is the container. It is the alignable. So, okay, that should do that, I think. Well, although I should remember place this to true so it doesn't keep doing that. And so this will be 9. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Yeah, I think it's like sidebar icons are probably a little too big to be able to stack what needs to be stacked. Although that's the thing about it's got a sort of a variable granularity. Although that only works so well when you got so many different types of. Okay, so actually it pretty much put the text about where I wanted it. I'm going to make it a little shorter. Let's say 3.5 instead of 5. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. For once, the UI layout more or less did what I thought it would do. That's kind of nice. Does it survive moving stuff around? I've been looking for a plant that's got more, like a different set of rows rather than just always 4. So where's the big nasty AI controller? Should be over here somewhere. There it is. Yep. Interesting, it kind of sorted it in the middle there. And then the highlight is kind of bugging out. Yeah, there's that controller. Alright. Well, should be fine for now. Alright, and I'll go ahead and put in an ally, because that is a thing. You can have ally units even in a single player. You got the third faction sort of things, special factions. Alright, so yeah, I don't normally like to duplicate things 3 times, but right now it's kind of the way to do it. Alright, so alright, now we want to control what actually goes in the text. So let's go over here to the passive display, the bottom right info. Pardon me. Okay, so yeah, this isn't the most efficient way of doing this, but it works okay. And I think it's actually happening on a separate thread, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, so let's go up here. So yeah, if we're not in the main game view, I guess we can do this in the Galaxy view too. If we actually have a sidebar, let's use it. All right, so I'm just gonna change this to squad count, ship count. and do combat side, local side equals, so this is the enemy, yeah. So local side equals, we want to get the world local side, and then we're going to get on this planet combat get side for local side for world side. Okay, and then so rather than doing this for every entity on the planet, what we're going to do is local side do for in this case this is enemy, so do for related sides. Yeah, things get a little iffy when you're talking about sides you're hostile to that you are not hostile, that are not hostile back, but that doesn't actually happen currently. Really, we're just going to partition the sidebar by things that we are hostile to or not. So, and then put that here. Alright, so combat side, and then side do for entities, do for entities. And we'll only care about ships. We're ignoring like the wormhole and all that stuff. Alrighty. And yeah, again, this isn't the most efficient way of doing things because of all the closures that this generates. It's not RAM static. Okay, so this is actually going to just be ship count plus equals the number of ships in the squad, and then squad count plus. Like you don't even really need to go in here for the squad count, but we're already there, so. So we'll say enemy. Enemies is. I think we're actually going to put squads first now. And sorry, it just takes a moment for me to figure out what I'm doing here. Alright. So that's that one. And I would like to kind of be able to abstract this for the others. Get squad and ship counts. Yeah, and that actually is not legal because of the way it handles. Yeah, it puts these ref variables in a closure inside a delegate. That's not allowed. You can occasionally actually make Visual Studio do a refactor, which is illegal. Although it does know about it being illegal, and normally it puts up a warning prompt, but I just told you to stop bothering me with it. Just tell me when it breaks, and I'll fix it. So, ship result, squad result, and then ship count, ship result, Because there's a very straightforward fix for this. I just declare a local and do the work on that, and I can use the locals afterward. And this way, if I was somehow passing this into a function that was going to call it again later, that way it's not going to, it'll modify those locals in the closure, but it's not going. But the modifications to the locals aren't going to propagate to the ref parameters. That's why it no longer complains. So, and so what I want is, what's the, I liked the, I'm looking for where that mine and ally and enemy is defined. Enemy, yeah, okay, good, there we go. Group side type. So, actually this can go out here. I was trying to reduce the amount of code duplication. It's not the best because of, like I got those 4 extra lines, 2 here, 2 here. Well, they've got to be duplicated one or the other, but oh well. Enemy. Local side. Let's go ahead and put this in there. Actually, yeah. So this will be better. So we'll just do so switch. Well, it's like I'm not really saving a whole lot of space. I'm just kind of moving all the code into one function. But maybe that's just the best I can do. So, gotta pass the buffer in too now. Whatever. This is still saving code duplication, so we'll call it write. Yeah, there's no particular reason those can't all just go in there. That way it's only in one place. There's no reason to pass that in. It's not coming back out. Yeah, it looks more like what I'm aiming for. So buffer add enemies, break, okay, buffer. Around completely ditching the old variables. Okay. Oh yeah, this is case enemy. There we go. Okay. Now let's just go ahead and do the other cases while we're here. So there'll be allied is similar. So sides I'm friendly towards. I don't know, can this, let me check in core. I don't think this can return yourself, but it may actually let you return yourself. So do I have this relationship? Okay, it has self as a relationship, which may actually be helpful here. Sides I'm friendly toward. It's just looking at the array. So how's it initializing the array? It's a pretty deep rabbit hole. Okay, yeah, you are in self. You are in allied. I think at one point I had it not that way, and then I was running into other bugs where the array wasn't returning the results I wanted, so I made it do it anyway. Oh well. So all that means is, well, what I would like to do. So side relationship, then relationship equals hostile. Okay, I want the relationship used there. I want to get rid of these. Let's go ahead and do this. Well, not quite. So string buffer header. So I don't really want to put anything in the buffer if I'm not going to have any ships or anything to report. So if buffer header length 0 and squad results 0, then it is better than 0, then buffer add buffer header. Actually, I'm just going to assume the buffer header is there, because it's going to be. Okay, alright, so this is almost right, except if group side type is mine and side equals local side, then we're going to skip it. I don't want to report our ships twice. We don't need this anymore. Accepting. Alright. So I'll go ahead and move this down to the bottom of these. And we should be able to make the implementations of these other two labels quite trivial, which will please me. I'm probably not going to be able to test the ally thing right now. Alright, so let's see what happens. One thing I didn't do was, remove this, or did I? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Yeah, so that planet count thing is still going to be down there on the galaxy map, but I'll get that another time. So enemies, squads, blah, blah, blah. But the players isn't here, which isn't so great. Now, it's not down there anymore, which is good. So that's nice and clean. Queue's not over. So the build menu area is just very small now. No extraneous information over here. That's good. Just need to make the cube more obviously a cube. So, alright. Which means you might put it vertical over here, and since it's going to run into the sidebar, we'll move the sidebar over there. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, this label isn't wide enough. Yeah, I think I'm going to make the sidebar and the label lighter in general, so let's say 25% of the screen instead of only 20. Alright, so let's just rely on the color. I mean, people are going to figure out. People are going to figure out which one's the enemies. And I may have actually limited down from squads and ships. So I didn't really need to expand the size of the sidebar. I kind of want to, but let's leave it at 20. This should be fine now. Yeah, we don't really need to spell out enemy, me, and ally. That's something you just learn pretty quick. You teach people pretty quick. But if we have to put text descriptions on everything that people, to describe everything, it's going to be a very busy interface. Okay, problem is now it's not showing anything. I'm guessing it's being put under the... Oh, duh. I proved too much. So let's get rid of this. Actually, let's go ahead and change this from the custom thing here to just straight up side relationship. Since we were just pretty much the only thing left we were doing with the old parameter was mapping it to the side relationship. So this is side I'm friendly, and this is self. Should probably go back and figure out why it was that I made friendly include self and fix it. But not for now. Yeah, because it's a flag xenum. You can have both at once. Okay, that's much simpler than it was. I like that. Go ahead and pull that out. So this has already been half an hour. It's a lot of time. It's a lot less time than people sometimes spend. But, anyway. Yeah, I noticed that when that got to be a full row, it actually pushed the other things down as if they had something on the next row. Look at that briefly. I don't really want to. spend extra time fixing everything, but things got to get fixed eventually. So yeah, it's this code here. Yeah, specifically that line happens. This line specifically, actually. So how about we do next item gets new row, and it will do so if this, then row. So that will delay it until the next item. See if that helps any. Yeah, but I came here for setting up that label, I think is right now. We may want to change it to use icons instead of ships and squads as words, but it's informative. Yeah, it's still doing the spacing thing. Oh well, I'm not gonna worry too much about it right now. So yeah, we yanked it out of there. We put it in here. I changed that. Incidentally, all those changes are things you can do yourself in modding. That's one of my hopes, is that the UI will continue to be refined by people who are actually using it a lot to play the game. I mean, I'm testing it. I'm involved a fair bit of playing it, but you guys are going to put a lot more hours in. So move to the ship squad counts for player versus enemy to the sidebar, no longer cluttering up the bottom right info section. Thanks to I can never remember how to spell Eraser's screen name. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Eraser. Sorry. That's probably not much of a thank you. I should add thanks under the other stuff too. So that video is done, getting up there. No, this is the icons for the cube in here instead of just the text, instead of the text. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. I've got more to do, but that's a good chunk to stop with, and next time I'll do some fixes, tech menu and waves, so you guys can play the game. Right. So, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting the project. See you later.